Well, I bought it, and I must have been high on glue last night. Yeah. Oops. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, holy shit, like, a little bit of a computer problem last night. As you saw there in that first little clip there. So, yeah, so, I was telling you guys about that trailer, and around like 8:30 last night. Watching it, and then I finally placed my bid at the last 40, no, it was like 39 seconds left. And I didn't want anyone to bid me out, so I bid I bid 3,400, and that was going to be my max bid. So I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. And next thing you know, I see outbid. I was like, oh, shit. So I typed in real fast. I tried doing, for some reason I hit a 2 first, and then it put like $2,450. And then the computer told me, oh, you can't do that because the auction's already at 3,000. I wasn't thinking I hit the 2, but instead of the 3. So then it's like down to the last 3 seconds. I typed in, which I thought was $3,500. Well, I was wrong. I must have somehow hit the 2 again. And yeah, there's got to be like something wrong with the keyboard itself. But I hit 32 0500 or something ridiculous like that. I was like, oh, and then I clicked it and I didn't realize it, and then last second it said you have just one thing, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'm just actually scrolling through the thing this morning, and it said that my highest bid was $32,000 and $500 or something like that. I was like, holy shit. It's a good thing that guy didn't bid up anymore, else I would have been screwed, hey? But anyway, we got ourselves a new trailer. $3,550 I paid. Well, haven't paid for it yet, but that's the price I got it for. It's the black one I showed you guys yesterday. Actually, you might have just seen that little clip there. 4-place, fully enclosed, got the tandem axle on it. I'm not sure if the brakes are electronic or not. I forgot to ask that question. Doesn't really matter to me because my truck has to have the wiring redone on it, so if it needs to, you know, blah blah blah, pretty much. Which I can get that stuff at the junkyard. So, yeah. That was something. Couldn't believe I fucked up on that, but whatever. At least I got the trailer. Still cheaper than friggin' 90% of the ones on Craigslist, because pretty much all the ones on Craigslist, they all want it. Like $6,000 for the dealership where I got my ZR700 from. They wanted for something very similar to that one, even black. They want like $6,500 or something ridiculous. And the one thing I noticed with this trailer is the walls are double lined. It's not just a regular, you know, friggin' sheet metal. Well, yeah, sheet metal, and then the aluminum rails on the inside, and then that's it. This one's got sheet metal, a metal rail for the stud pretty much, and then sheet metal on the inside, which is really nice. I think that's a pretty nice little feature there. The decking on the trailer is fairly new, the guy said, and you know, there's a few other odds and stuff on it, but the only thing I really see that I gotta do is just, you know, give it a good cleanup. It's a little bit dirty, and I gotta get some mats for the inside of it, because my studs will just eat that friggin' plywood to pieces. It's got marine plywood in it, and marine plywood's pretty damn expensive. It's more expensive than pressure treated plywood. And the marine plywood does last a little bit longer, but not by much. And with the studs that I have on my Sabercat, about the guys, my dad was just calling me. He's pointing out that our neighbor is friggin' a multi-millionaire, and yet he's pulling bottles out of a trash to go return them. Yeah, that's something else right there. But anyway, so I forget where I left off at. Tandem axle, you know, like I said, it just needs to be cleaned up. I got to put some floor mats on the inside of it because my studs will just eat it up like what it did to my trailer that's sitting right outside there. I don't know if I ever showed you guys that. When we were backing in my Sabercat, friggin' I revved it and it just friggin' just made mulch out of my decking. So I got to get that, and I'd say that's about it. So I'll probably pick that up after my white snowmobile trailer is gone. And the guy is coming for that on Monday. So either Monday afternoon, if the guy shows up around that time, I could probably head out with a buddy and do it that way. Or maybe Tuesday. Yeah, maybe Tuesday might work a little better. It just depends when the guy picks up the trailer, because my plan is, I know a lot of you guys on Facebook are asking me, where am I going to put it? No, it's not getting stored here. We're going to have it here for about a week, I'd say. Just enough for me to clean it up, power wash it, figure out what it needs, and undercoat the whole entire thing like what I did on that one. If you guys never knew that, I undercoated the entire underneath that trailer to prevent any rust on it, because the axle on it was nice and clean, and those axles love to rust up. So, you know, there's some oddball shit I gotta do to it, and so I get stored here for about a week and a half, a week or two, just enough so that way I can get some stuff done to it, and then once I'm done with that, it's gonna go to my uncle's house where he has a lot of land, and we're gonna park it up in the back of his woods, and pretty much that's where it's gonna sit. So I don't think I'll be taking all my snowmobiles up there. I think we're only gonna be taking the Sabercat and the ZR 700. Even though I still got to work on those, I can actually work on them in PJ's garage because he's got some tools, and not a lot of work really needs to be done to those sleds. I'm not putting on the Speedworks Stage 1 kit until I give that sled a good test drive. I don't want to go out and spend $1,000 plus and then find out that the engine's got some problems with it. So that's my plan, and that's what I'm sticking to it. I gotta, just do some basic repairs on the snowmobiles. Gotta replace the rear flap on the Sabercat, and gotta replace the chain case gasket on the ZR 700 and the ZRT 800. That just needs a lot of work, and I'd rather do all the work here once that's all complete. So that's what we got going on. But anyway, let's talk tractor, eh? Tractor up. So here's where we left off last night. It says going to do some work. I did some work. Chopped up the Troy-Bilt, I think it is. It's Troy-Bilt or Simplicity? Troy-Bilt. Yep. Chopped that guy up. Still got a little bit more work to do on it. Got to pull the engine out of this tractor here. I have a guy that already wants it, even though it's hydro-locked. I told him. He just wants some parts off of it, this and that. And I got to pull the transmission, and hopefully these tires come off easy off these axles, because these are the pain-in-the-ass axles. This one here, I kind of sort of putted around last night on. I got the deck somewhat off. I just need to bang that one slider bolt rail piece. Just goes right across. Gonna bang that off, and that's off. And then I just gotta chop this guy up. So, without further ado, I gotta get to work this morning because we got 90 million things to get done this week, and this is first priority this week too. Yeah, haven't even heard this thing running. I don't even know if it's got gas in it. Okay, it's got gas in it. So that's a good first start. I don't know, should we try and see if it'll fire? Yeah, let's see. Fuel on. Choke. It'd be a miracle if this thing fired up, and it would save me so much time. Oh, just whacked my arm on a drill press. Oh, that freaking hurt. Alright, I gotta put the camera down. I gotta get to work. Screw that thing. Back it. Alright, well, I got the other one all chopped up there, so that's awesome. And like I said earlier, awesome. Can't get them off. And the best part about it is I can't find my special tool that I made that pops off these rims. So I gotta look around here for my special super duper custom made tool to pop these rims off. So sure as hell ain't gonna fit my press over there. So that's awesome. That's missing. I'm sure it's around here somewhere in amongst this gigantic, wonderful mess. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's up here. Nope, not up here. But yeah. So anyway, we got kind of sort of hopping around. I guess I'm having an awesome hair day. Do you see this mess? Holy, my hair's so damn light. So yeah, so I've been just kind of sort of hopping around doing a bunch of different things today. I had my buddy come by, pick up that engine off me, and I also sold him a mower deck for pretty much altogether $80. So that was pretty good. We got these frames here, and tires, can't get them off. And my buddy there, he came by with his special bit there for the Bosch there. And this is pretty much all set now. No more holy hole. I don't know if I showed you guys the hole or not, but pretty deep. All covered up now. And we got this nice pile of dirt that we're just going to shovel right down back. Right down where the Husqvarna is, where the Zervoturn is. Oh yeah, Troy Bill's chopped up the snowblower. Pretty much we're all piped into the basement now. He's got to cut a pipe like 59 or 53 and 3/16 or something like that. Because the way how the pipe that comes down to the dryer, they kind of sort of hacked it. It looks like there's a bunch of different pieces put together. Like there's a 2-inch one, then there's like a 5-inch one, and then there's like a 2-footer, then there's like a 12-footer, and it's just all, it's weird. And then it like comes down, and then it drops, and there's this, and then there's this, and some reason there's like that, and then it goes down, and there's a bunch of different pieces cobbled up. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that. And he said if I do that, it should give you better air, more gas flow, because there's not as many fittings and stuff like that. And he couldn't quite figure out why there was a thing that went down, over, over, down, over. Like that, you know? Like, he's scratching his head and goes, I don't even know how I didn't see this the other day. So he's going to cut that pipe probably maybe tomorrow or Saturday. Well, that'll all be hooked up. He left me in charge of putting the last piece of pipe that comes up and then in. He said I can do it pretty basic. I mean, it's just literally just connecting pipe. I didn't know it was that simple. I thought there was like special stuff to do to it, you know. So I've kind of sort of figured out there's going to be I think it's like a 2-footer that comes up, then an elbow, then a foot piece come across, shut off valve, tiny little dimple guy, and then we get the main flex hose that connects into the little pipe that's in the back there for the heater. And yeah, awesome. And that's the Pro Grade series, I guess, something like that, for a furnace and stuff like that. So it should do the job pretty good, I guess. I almost got the, he said, I almost got the water heater style. He said if I got that, then it wouldn't have been a pretty sight. I'm not really sure what that meant, if meaning like they strip out easier, if I could just blow up. I don't really know. So we got that stuff all underway. We're getting there. Remember this morning when I came over here and turned that gas valve on? Yeah, it leaked gas all over my floor. Couldn't figure why I was smelling gas. I thought it was one of these gas tanks that are empty, but it wasn't. So it's got a little bit of a gas leak. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Pretty much my plans for the rest of the day. Let's get this mofo all chopped up. Actually, I got to fix the engine. So I was just actually starting to, before I get into the next subject here. Getting ready to do, you know, basic shit, run it over. Obviously, it needs a new magneto. Check the valves on it, stuff and junk like that, and hopefully it'll fire up. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're here. Let's see. This is a 2004. For those of you who don't know how to check the year of your engine or tractor, just ballpark it. Usually come over here by the code. On any Briggs & Stratton engine, you'll see a code. You'll see a model, type, and code. In the code, the first 2 numbers is your year. So this engine was made in 2004. Couldn't make it any more simpler. Friggin' autofocus. Come on. So yeah. So I also just got off the phone with the guy with the snowmobile trailer, just trying to set up a date. We're looking like probably maybe Monday night, Tuesday, mid-afternoon. So that'll be pretty good. We'll go there, pick it up, and away she be. I guess he was telling me that he had it pretty much. The reason why it's so dirty is just because it's been sitting for like 7 years. Well, not really sitting for 7 years. He has a house up in New Hampshire, I guess, and I guess he kept it on his property or something like that, and he just literally hauled the thing down the street you know, every other weekend when he went snowmobiling, that's all he used it for. Right? It's mainly pretty much for storage. He also told me just before the end of winter, they did the bearings on it, and I guess they replaced 2 of the tires, I guess. So that's not too bad. And the decking, like I said, that's fairly new. And he said, you know, same thing. Needs some pads because the thing's so new. He said it's pretty dirty on the outside, like what he said, like I said. He said it's pretty dirty, and, you know, give it a good power washing up, a good little spit shine, you're good to go, I guess. So, that's pretty interesting. We'll probably pick it up early next week, once this guy's gone out of here and off to Pennsylvania. So if you see the dented snowmobile trailer passing by a couple of states, I think it's Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and then probably Pennsylvania, possibly. Oh yeah, he's got to cut through New York too. So if you see this trailer rocking by, it's my old one, but you won't see any stickers. Just look for the big gigantic dent on the side of it. So I guess he's going to be actually fixing this himself. I guess he's a metal guy, and he's going to peel all this off. And see him up here, he's going to peel all this off and rip this guy off, and he's going to do one full sheet of, I guess it's motorhome trailer siding, and he's going to go pretty much from there to there, meet the seam up at the top, and that's somewhere right about here, I think. Nope, it's actually right here. So, should be pretty cool. He said he'll send me a picture once it's all done. You know, I guess he's gonna give it to his daughter, because I guess her daughter and her son, I guess, has 2 Polarises, I guess they're gonna put in it. So, yeah, should be pretty cool. He was pretty concerned on the phone, though. He thought that on the inside that the main supports here that run down, and the seam up here was all dented and stuff. I said, no, that's all replaced. And I told him to watch the YouTube video on YouTube's, and I'm not sure if he did or if he didn't, but it's up there. So, but I gotta peel all those stickers off. Every sticker but the Sled Dog sticker, I'll stick them off. He said because he doesn't want to be showing up with some Arctic Cat sticker, I guess. Something about we're too loud. I don't know. That's alright, buddy. Flowers get stuck and Ski-Doos break down. Go figure. But, yeah, so I guess some pulley grasses are going to get in there, and my cap's coming out. So, anyway, I think I got a freaking spider crawling up on my leg. Holy, I just touched my ball sack. Woo! Hello. So yeah, I'll get to work on this guy, and that's it. We're going to be done. Clean this place up, and then we're going to start doing some work on the power equipment. That guy and that engine needs to go on the snowblower before tomorrow at 3. This should be interesting. Under pressure. Alright, you guys all want to hear a pretty kick-ass engine. Friggin' this engine runs friggin' mint. Holy crap. Like, no joke either, this thing runs awesome. Wait till you guys hear this thing. This thing idles nice too. Right? Oh, son of a bitch. Friggin' these battery terminals are junk. We'll try that. What the hell? For some pretty shitty gas that's in here, like this shit is like milky ass, watery, 90-year-old gas. This thing runs nice. This thing runs really nice. Wow. Alright, time to chop it. Alright, so while I was underneath here, getting ready to pull this transmission out, I happened to catch this. I tell you what, whoever owns a Murray and needs to change a drive belt, it's gonna suck for you. Because you have to take off the steering wheel shaft because the belt loops up and around it. Yeah. And judging by this bolt, if this even is a bolt, have fun with that. Damn. Wow. That's honestly the most stupidest design in the world. Really, Murray? Come on. Holy crap. Like, that's a pretty big design flaw right there. You have to take off a friggin' steering wheel to change out your drive belt. That sucks. That really sucks. Alright, so this is that part of the video where I usually end it. So, yeah. Video ended. No, I'm just screwing with you. So, yeah. Here's what's going on. Murray's gone. Chopped that son of a bitch up. It actually came apart pretty easy. Still can't find my damn tool for my rims, so I gotta keep looking out for... Oh, wait a minute. I think I might know... Oh, look at that! Look at that! A special tool. Found it. I just happened to look in that box, and I was like, yep, I bet you it's in there. Hopefully... Wow, they put that valve stem in like a really bad spot. I've never tried my tool on a MTD product before. Let me just, we'll get to back in that a little bit later on. So hopefully that works. This is my redneck tool I made for these wheels that just don't like to come off. 2 bolts, 1 main bolt there. Kind of sort of works like a pulley puller. And kind of sort of redneck this one up, and it seems to work great. You know, it works better than those regular pullers that you can't grab nothing for with it. You know, you got all you got in there is just these 2 little holes. Well, this is my redneck invention here. Yeah, this is when I had that old welder. I have a freight deal. Anyway, so yeah, so Murray's gone. We started doing a little bit of work on this guy, the Giant Blow. Who makes this thing? Made in the USA, proudly made, blah blah, Giant Vac. Oh, it's a Giant Vac. That's pretty cool. It's like a lower end Giant Vac, I guess. Kind of, so I thought it was like an MTD. But anyway, so yeah, carburetor is just a disaster. To where I might actually have to go out and buy a new carburetor for this one, because this thing is, well, it's done. It is done for sure. Yeah. This thing will focus here. No, it's not going to focus. Who am I kidding? Carburetor's done pretty much. It must have had a lot of water in it, and it just corroded the whole carburetor. This was stuck open. That's why the fuel was leaking out of this one, and the jet was actually seized into that little hole down like that. And that little gasket in there is junk, and the carburetor bowl needs a new carburetor bowl. And I'm not really sure if this is a good sign when this happened or a bad sign. When I went to go pull off the throttle, the throttle position guy, this whole unit popped right out, and along with the little flapper guy, little round guy right here, that popped off, and I cannot find the bolt, and I'm a little bit concerned, you know. Like, I'm hoping that it didn't roll in there, you know. If it did, well, that's going to be a problem. So I got to get a better light in there and see if it's in there or not. Or maybe it might have just fallen on the floor when I pulled it out. Maybe the screw was just loose. I don't know. Here's the little intake piece, you know. I mean, I couldn't quite tell you where that piece could be. For all I know, it could already be in the engine, pooped out, and it could be in the exhaust, which I don't think that's really possible, but I don't know. Could be even slammed on the head, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like that one little tiny brass screw. Could be just like impacted on the cylinder head there. It could be either or. So, I don't know. It's pretty scary. Might have to make a phone call, find out what the deal is, what he wants me to do with it. I mean, this is something else, you know. And I also notice that this thing's missing like a shitload of bolts too. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bolts are missing. out of 8 out of 8 of them. That's not good. So this thing's might have some problems. I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid on it, so I guess I'll have to do some further investigations. It did fire on ether, like it ran on ether, so it can't be. I don't know. I'm lost. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, let's end the video here. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Until then, put some friggin' anti-seize on your wheels, so that way. That was a friggin' big ass International Ford F350 that just went up the street.